Hi, I'm Alfred Lin. I'm a partner at Sequoia Capital, and before Sequoia Capital, I was the Chief Operating Officer of Zappos. Well, in terms of growth, I think every company wants to grow and grow quickly and grow profitably. And I think the sort of balance of trying to figure that out with trying to make sure that you run a ethical institution and a profitable one it's a hard balance. And I think that's the challenge of being a manager, and it's your responsibility to try to figure that out. I think in terms of companies that try to do things where it's not ethical, they get in trouble later. So it's much better to figure out earlier on. I think companies can make a name for themselves about being focused on the employees, and we try to do both at Zappos, and I think it would be great if more companies did both as well, across e-commerce, but across all kind of industries. No, I think it's great. I think the fact that e-commerce is growing so quickly and there are a lot of players in e-commerce is just a validation of the space. I think though, it's hard for me to see Zalando doing so well because we decided not to come to Europe. We decided to focus on the U.S. at Zappos, and that was a strategic decision. And so if Zappos was okay with that decision, then we should be fine with seeing Zalando grow and grow quickly. My hypothesis has always been the best companies in the world try to solve a hard problem. And if you're not willing to solve a hard problem and you're only trying to do things a little bit better than someone else, it's really difficult to eventually compete. Someone else will try to do the same thing. And then how do you tell your story and tell it differently than someone else if you're just doing what everybody else is doing? The hard thing is to say, we're going to do all of them, and what can we do differently than everybody else so that we have a differentiated story and a different way of marketing ourselves? Well, I think disruptive business models always come out of very special entrepreneurs. So instead of trying to focus on what is next, we try to focus on entrepreneurs who want to focus on building large businesses in large markets with really deep insights into why they can challenge conventional wisdom and why they have an insight to challenge conventional wisdom in a way that it has never been done before. So I'll just use cases that people know about, like Airbnb. Collaborative consumption is now the word that lots of people use, but that wasn't the word that they used at the time when they started the company. They just had this insight that it makes sense to make your couch available if you're not using it and make some money off of it. Yeah, I think the whole, for many, many years, engineering was the focus, and it's still very much the focus of technology companies, but it's coming forefront that design is very, very important. Perhaps the most prominent case is the iPhone and how that changed the way people view smartphones and how the interface made a huge difference in terms of adoption. And I think design is the user interface and making it simple has always been important, but it's becoming more and more important because the screen sizes for mobile and the screen sizes for tablets are way smaller. And so you have to simplify and think through what are the most important elements of design rather than trying to clutter a big screen. I think it's a very exciting world right now, and I wish all the entrepreneurs out there lots of luck. There's probably never been a more exciting time to start a company, and it's always been tough to start a company, but right now it's gotten easier to start a company because of the cloud and because it's easier to write applications. But focus on solving some hard problems too, because that's the only way you can build a sustainable company.